Alright, fellow mountain bikers, today I'm going to be doing a quick video overview of the Race Face Narrow-Wide Chainring, new for 2013. So, what's different about this thing? Well, first off, we see that it is of the normal high-caliber Race Face quality. It's been anodized and laser-etched, computer control machined, beautiful looking chainring. So it's got the graphics treatment on one side, a slightly less ostentatious graphics treatment on the other side. Basically what they did was, in order to run a 1x drivetrain, you've always had to run a chain guide of some sort to keep the chain from popping off your front chainring. Now, with the introduction of the Sram XX1 drivetrain, they have borrowed the concept of keeping the chain attached to the chainring by shaping the chain teeth. So you can see that, as you go around, the teeth alternate between being wide and narrow. And that is what keeps the chain on without a chain guide. So you can ride some pretty rough terrain, chain's going to stay on without a chain guide. And you can see when you view it at an angle that they are wide and narrow. So they're going to fit into the chain a little more closely, keeps it from flying off. The gear count on these are available in a new 30 tooth on a 104 BCD bolt circle diameter. They achieved that by threading these chainring holes here and slightly making it smaller so that it doesn't interfere with the mounting on a regular crank. So normally, where you could only have a 32 tooth as your smallest ring, you can do a 30 tooth with these rings and the special chainring bolts. These are available from 30 tooth to 38 tooth in red anodized shown here, or black, green, or blue anodized. Let's put this on the bike and see how well it works. So the only major difference I had with it is when I went to install the chainring, I got a little excited and mounted it on the outside of my crank arm. This is a triple crank, so for the chain line to work correctly, you need to install the chainring on the middle position. When I went to install it on the middle position, the graphics treatment doesn't line up with the chamfering of the chainring, so my single ring bolts actually bottomed out when I had it facing the other way. So when I faced it this way, everything worked just fine. There is a little bit of noise when I have it totally in the easiest gear, just a little bit. Not a ton, not enough to really bother me. I know that in the interest of time, I didn't put any chain lube on the chain, so it could just be the fact that the chain has not been lubed and there's no lube on the chainring right now, but there is a little bit of noise. I don't know if you can really hear it, as opposed to a different gear. It's a little bit quieter, but as of right now, no problems with the way this chainring's working. Looks really nice. Okay, so I just got back from my first ride on the chainring, using no chain guide whatsoever, and the results that I got were amazing. Functioned flawlessly, shifted just fine. As hard as I could try to get the chain to derail, I couldn't. I went through some pretty gnarly rock sections on the trail, I jumped off some curbs, I went down some stairs, nothing. This thing just grabs the chain and doesn't let it go. Only one ride in, so who knows about longevity, who knows about working in like muddy or wet conditions. I just rode it out on a dry day here in California, so your mileage might vary depending on your area. I'm not sure how well it would work with sticks and mud in it. I think it would work pretty well. As to how well the chain ring works with like clutch derailleur, it'd be even quieter than it is. When I was riding, even though I heard some noise in the stand while I was pedaling it in its most cross-chained gear, there was no noise noticeable while I was riding it on the trail. I suggest the use of a clutch derailleur with this, just to really remove any extra noise you might get from it. It's not necessary though. I used a standard short cage Ultegra derailleur with it. There was some chain slap, but again, there was no problems with the chain retention capabilities. The only downsides I see to this chainring, if you want to use it with your existing triple cranks, you will have to flip the chainring over in order to use it. Otherwise your bolts won't be able to fasten it to the crank spider. If you're using single specific cranks like Shimano Z, it'll work just fine with the graphics facing the correct way. It didn't really bother me that I had to flip it around. I think it looks just fine. So anyways, I highly suggest this product. 1x10, 1x9, 1x8. This chainring works amazingly. Thank you for listening, and happy trails.